Okay, let's talk. One of the many things that bothered me at work was uh, how young people underestimate their worth. I would say they extremely underestimate their worth. So we had several new grads who joined our team when I still was working at my ex company. And after 3 months, I had a conversation with one of them, and they shared that they really appreciate all the help from the team and all the answers the team provides, but they also feel like they are a burden to the team because of all the questions they ask, and they are useless and worthless. And I was shocked. Really, at first I didn't know what to say and what to answer to that because it's so crazy. How can you be useless? Well, first of all, when you're asking those questions, you're not a burden. You're actually helping the team. You're trying to understand and figure out how things work. It means that you care and you will be helpful when you figure it out. Also, if you're asking those questions, you're probably asking them based on something, yeah, based on some knowledge or something like that. So it means that you know something and you're actually valuable because of that. Another thing, yeah, you might not have experience like people who has already working in that company for, I don't know, 15 years or even 5 years, but you have your experience. You were studying at the university. It is very valuable experience. You had internships. It is also valuable experience. You have all the knowledge that you got there, and also you have your unique personality. So for me, it sounds like there is so much you can bring to the table, and hearing that you are worthless or useless, it's just breaking my heart, honestly. Yeah, I understand why young people see themselves like this, and especially when it's hard to find the first job. Um, the competition is huge, and even when you found that job, the competition in the team is huge. I totally, I totally understand them, but it really breaks my heart when I see how these young people just underestimate themselves, and team management just doesn't care about it, and they actually just use it to give them shitty tasks, to give them as much as possible shitty tasks. They don't teach to push back. They don't teach to stand up for themselves. They just see that person is unsecured. It feels the way they feel, and they just use it. They give more tasks for young people. They say things like, I don't see why it's a problem to start testing now when it's 4:57 p.m. and things like that. And it's not only in my team, it's also in the company, it's also in other companies. And it's really sad because I don't know why, but by default, if you are young and you just starting your career, you have to eat shit. It's not true. No, you already worth something and you already can bring something to the table. And starting from the beginning doesn't mean that you need to eat shit to achieve something. No, you are already good enough just be, just the way you are, to have respect of your colleagues, of your teammates, of your management, to be treated not like shit. And this seems like very obvious thing, but somehow we don't have it. Somehow, by default, it's totally opposite, and that is how our imposter syndrome exists. That is how we underestimate ourselves, and that is how we give even more power to people who think that they have power and who use this power wrongly. So think about it. If you're so bad, would you achieve what you already achieved? If you're a young person who just started their career and just got an offer and started working in a new company, how do you think, if you're that bad, would you be able to get there where you are? Would you be able to finish in university? Would you be able to went through all the internships? Would you be able to got that offer? So if you are there, it means you are worth something, yeah? And it applies not only for big tech or corporate world in general, it applies for everything and for everyone. We underestimate ourselves, especially if we have a little experience or maybe not a lot of knowledge. This is not what actually valuable. I mean, yes, of course, knowledge and experience are valuable, but I think what is more valuable is the willing to know things, the willing to figure out things, to care about things, and to care about people. I think those things are much more valuable, and we shouldn't underestimate ourselves.